Hey, hey, okay, hey.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Scotty Show. Tonight, we're going to be reacting to the exact moment SoundCloud died. I also want to shout out to the YouTube channel Patrick CC for putting in the work to make this video. I'm just very curious as to like the research that he has done. I'm not super familiar with this channel. There was one thing that I watched. It was about like another YouTuber, I think. It was about like another, because like I know he's like a documentary type style, so I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna check out his channel, and I just like scrolled through like some of the videos that he has, and this one caught my eye, so yeah, we're gonna react to the exact moment SoundCloud died, and I'm curious as to see like what artist is he gonna name. Is he gonna name SpaceGhostPurrp? Is he gonna name Raider Clan? Is he gonna name, C9, Denzel Curry's, group with JK the Reaper and like Dot Brady and Yoshi Tompkins and a lot of other members of Raider Clan like Young Simi, and I wonder if he's gonna name Fat Nick and Puya and Buffet Boys, Wi-Fi's Funeral, like the whole Florida scene. We can go on forever about that. And Bones, Such Hollow Water Boys, Chris Travis, Eddie Baker, Xavier Wolf, Bones. I think I said Bones twice already. But let's get into this. I'm just super excited. Also, I hope that he names Divine Council, Goth Boy Click, obviously. Shout out Wicked Phase for making Goth Boy Click. We're gonna do some Wicked Phase album reactions, but yeah, like I said, I want to react to short documentaries and things like that, because I want to get into the documentary style of making videos, but I want to like interview people while making like a documentary. I just don't want to make these type of documentaries. I want to actually talk to the artists, meet the artists, and like discuss with them like their feelings and what they were going through around this time and how they were feeling about things and where they are now and stuff like that. So like I said, I'm gonna keep on, pushing out content for the channel. Almost every day, I'm gonna make a video and upload it. So I'm gonna do my best, and I hope you guys just continue to support the channel. And let's get it, y'all. Let's get it. We're gonna keep on going up, man. 900 subscribers. Thank y'all so much for that too. Like I don't have like any like corny like thing to say, but like thank y'all, man. Like y'all really like keep me going, and like I'm just excited to see like the growth and like what else we start doing. And I'm gonna be doing a vlog on Thursday. I'm gonna be shooting that in Chicago. I'm gonna see a band called Doma. They're from Russia, so I'm excited about that as well. And I'm gonna have my homie Ben. Ben is the one that introduced me to Drain Gang and Haunted Mound, so I can't wait for y'all to see my homie Ben. So yeah, let's get it, y'all.
When you think of the term SoundCloud rapper, who comes to mind? Juicewrld, XXXtentacion, Lil Vert, Playboy Cardi, Trippie Redd, maybe Lil Yachty? You probably...
They definitely don't come to my mind when I think of SoundCloud. They're definitely part of the SoundCloud era, but they're not who I think of when I think of SoundCloud rap. No. Probably the artists that we named before them, yeah, but them, no.
Probably think of face tattoos, colored hair. Maybe you think of it negatively, like being a SoundCloud rapper is a bad thing. Chances are you think of SoundCloud rap as something nostalgic.
Ooh, hey, shout out SmokePurp and Lil Pump. I remember when Lil Pump and SmokePurp were first like popping off and stuff like that. I was actually I was mutuals with both of them on Twitter at one point, and then I think Lil Pump I was mutuals with them on my old Twitter account. And like when I was like super heavy involved with the underground, like I was like finding people before they like blew up, and I'm just like, yo, this person's gonna be blown. Like I was literally like unknowingly, like I knew I was a documentary type person before. Like I just knew that I was like a documentary type kind of like person before, like I knew that I wanted to get into that kind of like format. Like what I did was I wanted to manage artists, and then I realized I can't manage an artist. So I started making my own music. I made music, made connections with different artists and stuff like that. Cause I feel like I made decent music. I feel like I made good music for myself that I wanted to listen to. And it just opened a new door for me when I became an artist. And then I started doing stand up, and then stand up opened a door for me with, like, you know, just getting on a stage and not taking myself too seriously, destroying my ego. Like, there's literally like I've done roast battles and stuff like that. Like like I've done I think I've done 3 roast battles so far. So like in front of hundreds of people, like, you know, packed crowds and stuff like that. So like that was like another step. And then now, like, I'm going heavy serious on like content creation, because, like, you know, one of the things I like doing is content creating, and, you know, speaking my mind, and sharing a little bit of knowledge that I can with people at the end of the day. But let's keep this going, man. Shout out SpaceGhostPurrp, Lil Pump.
Thing that once was. With a slow and steady rise to popularity peaking in 2016 and 2017, SoundCloud rappers had their distorted bass and auto-tuned melodies permeating throughout the ears of listeners all over the internet. Misconceptions about SoundCloud rap have existed since the beginning. SoundCloud purists would argue that the ones who were the most popular in 2016 were actually just taking advantage of the work put in by the rappers before them. But in 2022, SoundCloud rap's grip on hip-hop culture has had a sad decline, making it about as relevant as it was in 2011. SoundCloud rappers were not exactly accepted with open arms by hip-hop in the beginning. In the early 2010s, it was clear that trap music and melodic rap were taking over, and the older generation could not accept it. This inspired a generation of young artists to create.
Yo, shout out Krayshawn, because Krayshawn, like, I found out about Krayshawn through Mellow Hype. If y'all see in the back, well, see right next to Krayshawn is Left Brain. I was a big fan of Mellow Hype with Left Brain and Haji Beats. Those were my favorite duo. And I'll like, man, what was that song that Haji Beats made? If heaven's a ghetto, I want to live in the suburbs. Fuck, I forgot the rest of the lyrics though, but I used to play that mixtape all the time when I was in high school, freshman or sophomore year. I would play that mixtape all the time, and I would play a lot of Odd Future back then. But let's keep it going.
Create underproduced, bass-heavy, and melodic hip-hop and post it on a free-to-use music distribution website. Most of these artists focus on making feel-good music and were not trying to create poetic masterpieces. They were just having fun, and the fans could feel it in the music, which is what made it so special. It was around 2016 when SoundCloud artists started to dominate the mainstream. Music from the likes of Lil Uzi, Lil Yachty, Kodak Black, and 21 Savage piqued the interest of.
All right, the thing about Lil Uzi and Lil Yachty. I don't know about 21 Savage and Kodak, but Lil Uzi was already signed to a label, and then Lil Yachty had the QC connection with his parents. So like I look at Lil Yachty as a form of nepotism, but when I first heard Lil Yachty, I thought he was underground just like ASAP Rocky. But I didn't know that ASAP Rocky was a form of nepotism either. Like ASAP Rocky and ASAP Ferg's parents, they worked for P. Diddy. You know, and Lil Yachty's parents were cool with QC. I don't know who, they were cool with somebody in QC. I don't want to say any like specific names or specific labels of a person, but I just know that Lil Yachty's parents were cool with somebody in QC. So I look at Lil Yachty and ASAP Rocky as a person of a form of nepotism. Also, Lil Uzi. I remember when Lil Uzi was a small rapper, and I went to a Wiz Khalifa and Fall Out Boy concert, and Lil Uzi was opening up for Wiz Khalifa and Fall Out Boy when they were on tour together, because I wanted to see Fall Out Boy and Lil Uzi. It was fire. It was crazy. But yeah, Lil Uzi, you know, he obviously you have to put in the work, and you have to have some form of, you know, lore. You gotta want people to to want to listen to your music even more. Like, even same with Lil Yachty. When I found out about Lil Yachty, the first song I heard was, I see they looking, hey, I see she looking, hey, I see they looking, hey. Like, that was the first song I heard by Lil Yachty, and I was like, yo, this dude's fire. Like, this is some Lil B type shit. Like, but yeah, I look at Yachty and A$AP Rocky as for nepotism, and Lil Uzi was, he was already signed to a label. And, 21 Savage, I look at him as more of YouTube. Same with Kodak Black. I didn't discover Kodak Black on SoundCloud. I discovered him on YouTube. So for me, he's more of like a YouTube artist Same with 21 Savage, YouTube artist. He got his music videos had more plays than his songs on SoundCloud at one point. Well, like pretty much all the time. But let's keep it going.
Mainstream listeners. And although these are considered some of the legends of SoundCloud, they wouldn't exist without those who laid the foundation before them. Raider Clan, an internet collective commonly associated with starting the SoundCloud rap wave.
All right, Raider Clan is literally the best rap group to ever be created, besides Odd Future, Wolfgang, Kill 'Em All. I think that that Raider Clan took it, like they literally had like different styles and stuff. I like the baggy clothes that they were wearing. I like the whole Raider look. It kind of gave me the NWA because Ice Cube wore the Raider gear and things like that. I also was just I was a huge Young Simi fan back in the day. Like all the Full Metal Jackets, like like all the the Full Metal Jackets was fire. All the Full Metal Jacket freestyles was crazy. Like me and my homies, we would play the Full Metal Jacket instrumentals in the car, and we would hotbox the car. We would just be freestyling for hours, listen to the Full Metal Jacket instrumentals.
But we can't talk about Raider Clan without talking about Odd Future. Yes, collectives and groups have been around in the hip-hop since the 80s, but Odd Future was truly ahead of its time in terms of influence. Led by Tyler, the Creator, the collective started with 6 of his friends in Los Angeles, California. They loved 3 things: music, clothing, and the internet. You could throw skateboarding in there too. Which ended up being the 3 most important things to SoundCloud rap. Over the years, the group kept getting bigger and bigger. There are so many members, it's almost impossible to keep up with. Similar to the Wu-Tang Clan and Raider Clan, which we will get to. Odd Future started with an anti-industry attitude. Signing a record deal and being on popular radio and MTV was not the agenda they were pushing in 2009. Tyler would take shots at pop culture kind of like Eminem did a decade.
Yo, I remember when I first heard Goblin, and when I first was watching it, yo, I was scared to finish the music video when I first heard about Tyler, the Creator. I remember I was in my mom's room, and I was in the 8th grade, I think. And I was watching videos of Tyler, the Creator, just in his room, in his bedroom, or I think he was in his bedroom, and he would just freestyle, and he would say just flagrant stuff. And like that's what I remember Tyler, the Creator. And then when he came out with Yonkers and stuff like that, I remember when he came out with Yonkers, I was scared to finish the rest of the video because his eyes turned black. And I was like, yo, bro, is this some like demonic, like Illuminati like shit? Like I was like a really big like conspiracy theorist at the time. I was like, yo, bro, is this Illuminati, dog? Because like I remember when I first heard the Jay-Z, like the 666 murder Jesus, like when they played like the song backwards and stuff like that, that was crazy, bro. Like, and I was like a super big like conspiracy theorist. But then like, you know, I ended up finishing the music video and stuff like that. And I remember when I first started listening to you know, just how the Creator and bumping. I remember I had a gold Malibu. It was a gold Malibu. I was riding around in that bumping Tron Cat. Like I pull up to my school, and people thought I was a devil worshiper because I was playing like Tyler, the Creator. I was playing Earl Sweatshirt a lot. I'll play the album Earl or the mixtape Earl, and I remember I was playing Dance with the Devil in the Pale Moonlight. Won't you dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? Like I was playing stuff like that, and like I didn't look at it as like devil worship. I just thought it was just creative, like mind movie lyrics, and like I would just hyper focus on like the mental that it would put me in, and like it was just like a mind movie. It was like when I would listen to Earl Sweatshirt's project, I would look at it as like watching No Country for Old Men. No Country for Old Men is like one of the craziest movies ever made. If you haven't watched No Country for Old Men, you should definitely watch it.
Earlier. Obviously, they would go on to achieve massive mainstream success. TV shows, Grammys, Billboard. They created a different lane that nobody had really capitalized on before. But initially, they were just a bunch of LA kids who used the internet to post their early creations to the world. Raider Clan, whether they admit it or not, kinda came second to OF. Odd Future had a much more colorful, bright, and fun image. Raider Clan maintained a much more gritty, underground, and definitely
And this is why I like Raider Clan more. I like Odd Future's style. I was a huge Odd Future fan. I can't even cap. But I couldn't wear their clothes, bro. Like I have like their hoodies and stuff like that, but the style that like, you know, Tyler the Creator had, like I mean I had some Hawaiian shirts and things like that, you know, like button ups and stuff with the skinny jeans, but I just couldn't pull it off like that. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't really pull it off like that with the I didn't buy a pair of Vans until my junior or senior year of high school. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't have it like that. Like my parents couldn't give me money to buy Vans. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't get Vans like that. So I was just wearing any kind of shoe that my parents could give me at the time. So like, and I was wearing like generic ass like loafers and shit too. So like I was wearing like the skinny jeans with the button up with like with the generic loafers, bro. I was down bad. But like I still don't care about shoes to this day. Even though I have like nice shoes, like I still don't, I just do not care about shoes till this day. I even my girl like gets on me about like wearing like the same like shit every day. Like I'm just like I don't care. I literally will have like a closet full of clothes, but I just don't care. Like I always been like that way. Like, and I always got made fun of for not having like the most like swag and stuff like that. I used to wear like DC shoes and shit and like Osiris's, bro. Like, I was down bad, but like I was rocking DC's and Osiris's like in seventh grade. Yeah.
Anti-pop culture attitude. Stylistically, aesthetically, and musically, they were nothing like Odd Future. Actually, they were kind of the opposite of Odd Future. They were just similar in the way of being an internet collective. SpaceGhostPurrp founded the Raider Clan in Carroll City, Miami 2008, taking inspiration from the dark and ominous soundscapes of the early 90s group 36 Mafia. Don't be confused by the palm trees and sunny skies. It was dark growing up in murder gardens. So SGP used the music as therapy. Blackland Radio 66.6 became an iconic
one of the most fire mixtapes ever made.
Project that inspired a new generation of talent.
Like this is like Brother Lynch Hung vibes right here, y'all. If y'all don't know about it, I'm kind of surprised that he didn't mention Brother Lynch Hung before he mentioned 36 Mafia. Like Brother Lynch Hung been on like that dark stuff like before a lot of people was even like hyped to it. You know what I'm saying? Like Brother Lynch Hung and like a few other artists were like really into that kind of like style. And then Bone Thugs and Harmony also paved a really big wave for people to like, you know, do like that fast rap, like rapping about doing using Ouija boards and stuff like that. So yeah, we gonna keep it going.
SGP started getting love from creatives all over the country. Sid from Odd Future would even play his songs at their shows, which introduced the LA scene to him. He caught the likes of the ASAP mob in New York. Purrp famously flew up to New York and performed a candlelit seance, inducting ASAP Yams and ASAP Rocky into Raider Clan. Raider Clan was recruiting musical members all over the state.
All right, so we like literally like ASAP Rocky would not have what he got right now if it wasn't for SpaceGhostPurrp. Obviously, ASAP Rocky is talented. Obviously, he also had the part of the nepotism as well, with his parents working for P. Diddy, and he also had to rap and be cool and stuff like that. But like the swag and everything that he got it from Raider Clan. Like no cap. Like people from New York was not dressing how ASAP Rocky was dressing. They wasn't doing like all the stuff they was doing because they was New York people. Like they wasn't Florida people. They were New York people using Florida swag, and people don't understand that. And like without this person, SpaceGhostPurrp right here, like bro, we wouldn't have most of the stuff that we have right now, man. For real. And it's just sad how you know, everything for SpaceGhostPurrp pretty much like fell apart due to him being bipolar. I don't know if he's bipolar. Like I don't know if he was diagnosed with that kind of stuff, but even if he is if he is diagnosed with bipolar disorder, we should be rallying behind him and trying to get him help and like get him back into the scene. You know what I'm saying? He is literally a cultivator of talent. We need to rally, like, even though he has like his weird rants and stuff like that, he goes off on people. If he is diagnosed with bipolar disease, we forgive so many other people And this is especially for the black community. Like, we forgive so many other people that you know, that have bipolar disorders and things like that, and they rally behind them and help them get help, and you know, we make sure that they're all right. We need to be rallying behind SpaceGhostPurrp and making sure he's good and in his mental health as well. Because then, like, let's just say we get his mental health right and we fix everything. He's back in the scene, cultivating talent and making new sounds and doing what he's supposed to do. Without SpaceGhostPurrp, we don't have none of this. Like, damn near. Like, our future was doing a thing, but they wasn't doing what SpaceGhostPurrp is doing, which will go on for years to come. People are still, like, low-key recreating the space code. They're recreating the style all over again. Like, the worshiping like the devil and stuff like that, and like doing the fucking the candle seance and shit. Like, look at Playboy Cardi and Lil Uzi. Like, they're still acting like they're devil worshippers, and they're not. They're just doing it because it looks cool to little kids and shit. Like, come on now. Like,
becoming a collective that was more of a cultural identity than it was an organized group of musicians. ASAP took a lot of creative influence from SGP. They went with a much darker sound, using the mythological lettering like the Raider Clan did, using chopped and screwed beats, deep pitched down vocals, wearing golds in their mouth, and embracing southern swag. Being from New York, this was a wildly different approach since most New York rappers were inspired by Nas, Biggie, 50 Cent, MF Doom, and others. The Raider Clan and ASAP Mob bond lasted what seemed to be 5 minutes. A fallout happened. There are a few different stories. Some say there was a fight, some say SpaceGhostPurrp punched an ASAP camera guy. Either way, it was something small that probably could have been worked out very easily. But SGP would go on to claim that ASAP Rocky got his whole style and swag from him and Raider Clan. Even Playboy Cardi was taking sides with Raider Clan.
And that is even crazier, because, like, this shows you what money will do. Selling out for the money. He literally said, fuck ASAP, I'm with the clan. And how you gonna say fuck somebody and then sign with them and be cool with them and shit? Like, well, like, I understand, like, yeah, like, you could be like, yo, I was young at the time, I was fanboying out and stuff like that, but, bro, like, that's when Playboy Cardi really disappointed me, and then I realized, because I was a huge Playboy Cardi fan. I was a Playboy Cardi fan when he was like rapping at the skate park, and he was rapping like, SpaceGhostPurrp and stuff like that. And then, he was with Father and Awful Records doing this stuff with Father and Awful Records. And then he left Awful Records to go sign with ASAP, which I understand, bro, get your chili. But bro, like, you should have stayed on the wave that you was on, bro, because like now, like, I'm not really a fan of the new Cardi. Like, I understand, like it's good to a certain extent, but it's not my cup of tea anymore. And people will say, like, meme it and say, like, oh, if you don't like the new Cardi, you must not get bitches. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. That's a crazy statement to say. But but I think like it's to the point where I think Lil Uzi is a better rapper than Playboy Cardi. I used to think that Playboy Cardi was a better rapper than Lil Uzi, but then when I heard Sanguine Paradise and That's a Rack by Lil Uzi and a couple other songs, I was like, oh yeah, Uzi got it. Like, Uzi's definitely is a 10 times better rapper than Playboy Cardi by miles. But let's keep it going.
That didn't age well. SpaceGhostPurrp was a bit volatile. He had a falling out with just about everyone he ever came in contact with. He was known for being extremely bipolar. In true underground fashion, he claims that he was the first to do everything, and everyone bit his style. Yes, he was definitely influential, and I do agree paying homage to those who came before you is very important. But trying to gatekeep and take...
Yo, it's even crazier because... I'm sorry I'm stopping this, but if I'll probably link the video if I can find it, but there's a video of Drake watching SpaceGhostPurrp perform with ASAP Rocky, which is crazy. Which shows that if Drake is watching SpaceGhostPurrp and ASAP Rocky perform and he's tapped into SpaceGhostPurrp, bro, Drake is super tapped into the underground, which I respect so much. And that's why, like, I'm not that like I like Drake's music, but like I'm not a super huge Drake fan. Like obviously, like you know back in the day, you know that Take Care album when you were in high school and stuff like that. You know that you a high school student and that shit got you in your feelings and shit. Like take a shot for me, like you listening to the. Yo, that shit was so cringe, bro. But like, yeah, Drake was a big part of my high school experience as well. But and just also like when he was like doing those mixtapes with Lil Wayne and stuff. But yeah, we gonna keep that going.
Take credit for someone else's entire career just because you did something similar before them is lazy and whack. The fallout with ASAP was terrible for the Raider clan. The two groups had potential to be the biggest in the industry, but SGP's unpredictable nature and beefs ended up shortening the legacy of the group. And we know ASAP's legacy just got bigger and bigger. But ASAP's influence, and really everyone else that I'm about to talk about in this whole video, didn't just come from Raider clan. It came from someone else I must mention, Lil B.
It ain't no fun. Everything cool, I brought that blunt. I ain't talking weed, bitch, I got that.
Lil B's Like a Martian track in 2009.
Yo, Lil B literally was a huge influence to me in high school. Like, I literally had based in my government name in in my Facebook bio. So when people saw me in the hallways in high school, sometimes they would be like, "Yo, what up, based?" And then my name, and like I remember I was walking around playing Ellen DeGeneres every single day. Like I would literally dress up like Lil B, like, and I played football. So like imagine like I was like 270. 280. I was like 270, 280. A 270, 280 dude dressed like Lil B. I'm wearing the pink and blue flannels with the skinny jeans, and like I'm playing Ellen DeGeneres. And then I bought some fake gauges. I bought some fake gauges. Like you would like so you could like screw in like the back part because I didn't want to get the real gauges, but like I had like the fake gauges and stuff like that. Yo, I was wilding back then. Like Lil B had such a huge influence on me that literally I would dress like him, act like I'd be like shoot. Like I just did not care. I was just, and then like my football coaches would look at me and like they'd be like, "What are you doing? What are you wearing?" And like I just did not. I really just did not care. Like, and I'm so happy that I like lived that part of like my life, you know. Like I'm so happy that like I had a portion of my life where like, you know, it was documented that I just did not care, you know what I'm saying, and that I didn't care about like because everybody thought, people in my high school thought Lil B was trash, you know, and there was a select few that thought that Lil B was fire. So yeah, we'll keep this going.
Sounds like what SoundCloud rap became in 2017, but at the time, the internet clowned him.
No, I ain't no bitch, and no, I ain't no snitch. I'm fucking on that bitch.
The crunk era of the mid-2000s led to the swag era spearheaded by Soulja Boy and Lil B. Lil B's music was very punk in the way that he followed no rules of flowing, rhyming, or song structure. He prioritized ad-libs and made them louder in the mix. Then rappers all throughout the 2010s made careers off iconic ad-libs. He started the mentality of, I'm just having fun making music. I'm not trying to be lyrical. I'm not trying to impress anyone.
Also, shout out to Too Short, because without Too Short, we wouldn't have the Pack and we wouldn't have Lil B. And we wouldn't have Young L and the Ocean Gang. That's facts.
He rapped about sleeping with your girl.
And if you want to know the origins, like I know everybody's an Ocean Gang fan, but like people don't know that Too Short was living in Atlanta and living in the Bay. Well, he was living in LA, he moved to the Bay, and he was living in Atlanta, and like he was doing a whole bunch of different stuff. He helped curate, you know, the Pack, and then help, you know, curate Lil B and what he got going on, and then like Young L, and then like Soulja Boy and the Ocean Gang. People don't know that. It's crazy, bro, and it's just crazy like how much influence that that Too Short has.
Being pretty and having tons of swag. Those were his priorities. This became the blueprint mentality for a lot of internet rappers for the next decade. But there was another side to Lil B. A lot of people thought he was just a joke, but he took himself very seriously. And because people hated him so much, he developed a cult-like fan base of people who loved him so much. He pushed a lot of positive messages. Be yourself, be confident. Take Care of the Earth. Usually when he got into his deeper, more meaningful lyrics, it was complemented with an ethereal dream.
Bro, one thing I will say about Lil B is that, like, when he's like for real rapping and he's like being serious, he's one of the best rappers on the planet. I remember when I watched his Double XL freshman freestyle with Mac Miller, Kendrick Lamar, Big Crit, Yellow Wolf, and Lil B. Bro, Lil B had the best freestyle out of everybody. No cap.
Dreamlike beat. This was the beginnings of cloud rap.
On the chair, ripping 15 and 16. I was breaking down the system. Nobody could tell me nothing.
Cloud rap is a spacey, hazy, and almost nostalgic sound that rap was missing at the time. Clams Casino was also one of the iconic producers that linked up with Lil B to help create this sound. SoundCloud rap would end up being this blend of the cloud rap ethereal sound and the dark, gritty 3-6 Mafia influence sound, and sprinkle in some emo in there too. I also feel like I have to mention this. At this point, around 2010 and 2011, these guys weren't only on SoundCloud. In fact, it wasn't really that popular yet. They used basically any streaming service that was out there to get their music heard, DatPiff being one of the most popular.
Yo, I got like two mixtapes on DatPiff. R.I.P. DatPiff, man. One of the mixtapes I got on there is Purple Japan. Purple Japan was on there, man. Goated for real.
And eventually SoundCloud and YouTube would become their...
It was hosted by DJ Nick. Super fire. He DJ'd for A$AP Rocky too.
Main platforms, but the culture and the essence of SoundCloud rap and internet rap is what they were composing at the time. 16-year-old Denzel Curry was one of the first artists to be welcomed into the Raider clan in 2011 after his debut mixtape, King Remembered, Underground Tape, 19...
This mixtape was fire, but my favorite mixtape from Denzel Curry was the N64 mixtape. That mixtape really like put me on to like, you know, like at that time I thought Florida was just a powerhouse. They had Denzel Curry, SpaceGhostPurrp, Rob Banks, Wi-Fi's Funeral, XXXtentacion, Ski Master Slump God, and all of them. They had Shakewell, Puya, Fat Nick, Buffet Boys. They also had Wintertime. Wintertime is from Florida, and people didn't even know that. People don't know that Wintertime is from Florida. Shout out Wintertime. We both got a song together. It's called I Don't Fuck With You. But let's keep it going.
1991 to 1995. Denzel is one of the true SoundCloud OGs that deserves more respect. Although his music was dark, aggressive, and at times depressing, he was a very positive and welcoming individual. He wasn't afraid to show love to the people who were doing dope shit. He started with Raider Clan, stayed cool with the Sesh Hollow Water Boys, showed love to Ghostmane and Thrax House.
Yeah, Ghostmane and Thrax House is fire.
And the emo rap scene, embraced X, Ski Mask, and Members Only, way before any of them were even popular. From 2011 to 2018, he embraced all the newcomers in the SoundCloud scene, while still having a very successful career himself. And obviously now, he's pretty mainstream. In my opinion, he is the purest form of a SoundCloud rapper. Raider...
That's fact. He's definitely one of the purest forms of a SoundCloud rapper. And shout out to him for creating C9. I don't know, like I don't know why he didn't mention C9, because, like, you know, that's, like, literally has one of the best rappers in the group, JK the Reaper. I think JK the Reaper literally bodies any of these rappers on a track. Whatever y'all want to, whatever you want it to be, JK the Reaper will literally body anybody on a track. He's to me, in my opinion, JK the Reaper is the best lyrical SoundCloud rapper of all time.
Clan didn't last very long due to the bipolar nature of SpaceGhostPurrp, but at that point, they had already inspired a new generation of artists that were about to take over the underground. From 2012 to 2015, we saw the emergence of SoundCloud artists that don't nearly get as much credit as they deserve. You had Bones and Sesh Hollow Water Boys, Chris Travis, Xavier Wolf, Metro Zoo, Young Simi, Black Cray and Goth Money, JK the Reaper, Jay Green, Rob Banks, Young Lean and the Sad Boys, Wicca Phase and Goth Boy Clique, Lil Tracy, Lil Peep, Suicide Boys, Puya, Wi-Fi's Funeral, Thousand Band Fawny, and so many more.
You forgot Uno the Activist. and he didn't name Eddie Baker. Like I said this before in a previous video. Eddie Baker does not get the credit that he deserves for how Eddie Baker was in Raider Clan, just like, you know, Chris Travis and all them and Xavier Wolf. But Eddie Baker, you know, he's transcended music to himself, and, you know, he has a podcast and everything. And I hope that this podcast gets bigger. But man, Eddie Baker is so slept on.
There are truthfully way too many influential artists to name, so no matter what, like, somebody's going to be mad in the comments because I didn't.
Yeah, he got me. he got me. He made the disclaimer. He got me.
Name somebody specific. But these are the real SoundCloud rappers. These guys were traveling the country, doing shows, making music together, and building real fan bases, all from posting music on this website, and without the music industry really knowing about it. The only marketing they did was on Twitter, YouTube, and Tumblr. It was almost like this secret club that only people who spent hours on the internet knew about. Xavier Wolf was actually one of the first artists to get paid from SoundCloud, since his following was so strong there. They reached out to him and personally invited him to be in the first paid partner program. The music was still underproduced, distorted, and not really ready for mainstream listeners. These were all kids in their rooms on FL Studio and USB microphones, not in fancy studios. But their intentions were always to be different, to be anti-mainstream, to create a unique identity. Blowing up was never their concern. Just create a sound that people resonate with and hopefully make a living doing it. It started as just people who were fans of Bones or fans of Denzel Curry or fans of Sesh Hollow Waterboys, and now there are fans of the underground, fans of SoundCloud rappers, people looking to discover more artists.
I'm gonna let y'all know right now, brother. The big death of SoundCloud was really because of people selling SoundCloud reposts, these playlists, artists trying to sell features and not coming through a feature. So there's been a lot of dishonesty, distrust, deceit, selling out in the underground. And like, it's not even really the underground no more. People that y'all think that's in the underground, low key already be signed to these to labels. Like they're not they're not really like I would say underground. And like I said, we've had a discussion about this before in a previous video that I posted, which what does it mean to be underground now? But a lot of these artists nowadays, like, you know, most of them be under the wing of Playboi Carti, Lil Uzi, and, you know, a few other rappers and things like that. But like they already be signed to labels. They be having they already have, like, you know, the TikTok rollout and stuff like that. So let's keep it going.
On this site. The early artists laid the blueprint for the next artist to follow. No industry push. They weren't secretly signed to a major label and cosplaying as a SoundCloud rapper. They are the real deal. Before it was a trend, before it was mainstream. 2015 and 2016 was a turning point for SoundCloud. Most people consider this the golden age. The interest in SoundCloud.
Yo, he forgot to name Father. Father is the biggest, most. I would put him. I would say, Future Wolfgang, Raider Clan, Awful Records, because people in Sesh Hollow Waterboys, most of them were offspring of Raider Clan. And Awful Records, Father was the SpaceGhostPurrp of Atlanta. He curated and cultivated talent and put people on, put money in people's pockets. So like, he even helped McConan.
SoundCloud was at an all-time high because of the artists that we're about to mention. These artists get most of the credit for SoundCloud rap because the music released in these 2 years would go on to be the most popular records to come from the site. White Iverson by Post Malone, a SoundCloud song that would eventually peak.
Yo, I remember when White Iverson came out, and it was because of Post Malone and Fat Man Key. I remember White Iverson came out on SoundCloud, it only had 1,000 plays. That is how, like, I'm gonna just give y'all the context of that. Like that is like how long ago White Iverson came out, and like that's like how deep I was into like the underground and like trying to find new artists. Like, it's crazy.
At number 14 on the Billboard Hot 100. No Flockin' by Kodak Black. Lil Uzi Vert's Love Is Rage album. Denzel Curry's Ultimate. Fetty and What by Playboi Carti. Uber Everywhere by Made in Tokyo. Paris by Suicide Boys. You also had the beginning of the underground's most popular media outlet, No Jumper. At this point, there wasn't one solidified go-to place to learn about this.
Ooh, look at Craig Zen, Ski Master Some Guy. We got we got Wi-Fi's Funeral right there. I can see Wi-Fi, and then I can see DJ Scheme, which he is part of Wi-Fi's Funeral. I don't know why he don't claim Wi-Fi's Funeral no more. We got to get into that.
music scene. Sure, there were tons of blogs, but something about the YouTube IRL interviews makes things so real. You get to see the artists and really get a vibe for them. BMX and SoundCloud were intertwined. A lot of popular BMX riders would use Bones and Team Sesh music in their videos. In 2015, Adam22 had a following of a few 100,000 from his own BMX videos. He used that following to introduce the BMX community to the world of underground rap, not knowing how popular it would get. Interviewing just about anyone who had a following on SoundCloud,
We also got to talk about the downfall of No Jumper. Let's get it.
No Jumper satisfied the right niche at the perfect time, increasing the interest in the underground music scene as a whole very rapidly. 2016, you had One Night by Lil Yachty, Sippin' Tea in Yo Hood, Young Brats. Basically all of X's songs blew up, along with Ski Mask and Members Only, Lil Peep with Star Shopping and the Hellboy tape, 21 Savage with Red Ops and the Savage Mode tape. We also had Lil Pump and SmokePurrp getting popular on their first few releases, Trippie Redd with Love Scars and his first creations. The amount of music dropped on SoundCloud in these 2 years that is now considered legendary is incredible. A lot of these 2015 and 2016 artists I just mentioned were getting mainstream attention within just 2 years of making music. There was such a huge influx of new fans of X, Ski, Peep that they never really cared to look back on how these guys got to this level, how this SoundCloud platform really started, and how the artists before them paved the way. I'm not trying to say they don't deserve success or the SoundCloud legend status, but from an elitist standpoint, the new guys didn't grind on the platform the same way the artists from 2012 did. The platform was established already. The community was built. Plus, a lot of the SoundCloud OGs at this point embraced new artists and tried to help them grow. Denzel Curry had a house where he let artists like X, Ronnie J, and 10 others live with him.
We had this thing called the ULT house, and not just X lived there. Ronnie J lived there with me. 12 Lynn. JK the Reaper.
So they could make music 24/7 and be immersed in this world, just because he wanted to show love. On the other hand, you could also argue that the first...
It's so crazy how JK the Reaper didn't blow up and he was literally the best artist out of everybody, in my opinion.
First generation artists didn't make anything that the mainstream wanted. Maybe the new generation was just making better, more marketable music. Maybe you think they don't owe the SoundCloud OGs anything. Regardless, the music was very good, and their intentions were still pure. Most of the 2015 to 2016 era of SoundCloud still held the same values as most of the OGs, creating a unique sound, showing love to other people, and prioritizing the...
Oh shit, Lucky X too, man. Lucky X, shout out to Chicago. I think that's the music video Low Life. I got propane in my ABCs. Yeah.
Fans. Some of the craziest shows were happening around this time too. Small venues packed to the gills, and the fans know every word to the songs. With the rise in popularity of these new generation SoundCloud artists led to the iconic 2016 XXL Freshman Cypher. For those that don't know, the XXL Freshman list is a major hip-hop news outlet giving a small group of about 6 to 10 artists a cosign, basically stating that they represent the future of mainstream rap. They are supposed to be the cutting-edge talent that will be household names within the next year or so. And boy was this cypher iconic. Traditionally, the cypher was to rap for the world and to show them your best, to prove that you deserve the audience's attention. But with a terrible beat and 6 artists that do not give a single fuck about the platform, you had all of them bopping around, dancing, laughing, and just having a good time. The hip-hop elitists hated this. How could they disrespect or disregard such a high honor of being a freshman? But the kids loved it. They loved the I don't give a fuck attitude, and it started a shitstorm. The gatekeepers or old heads didn't understand why.
I didn't think that cypher was bad. I thought it was probably one of the... I got it up there. I would say it's probably like top 10. It's definitely top 10 ciphers.
The kids liked the music so much. They were still trying to...
There's definitely way worse ones.
...dictate what popular hip-hop should be. Mumble rap. A term that also became synonymous with SoundCloud rap. It was always a terrible name for this style, and
Man, shout out to Ugly God. I just saw a picture of Ugly God. Water. I'm dripping a bitch with the water. He also got something to Wintertime too. Bro, where is Ugly God at, bro? Drop a mixtape.
Fortunately kind of became a real genre name. The internet started this term, but it was first said in 2014 by Michael Hughes of Vlad TV.
Emergence of mumble rapping, and it's been going on for a couple years.
Yeah, man, talk that.
Then in 2016, it was popularized by Wiz Khalifa.
Artists, so we're just rock stars.
We call it mumble rap.
Oh, so y'all got a name for it?
Yeah, me and my homies.
It was very harmless coming from Wiz, but the cranky old hip-hop fans would use this word to devalue the music coming from all new rappers.
Now listen, that's called motherfucking bars, nigga. A mumble rapper. Lil Yachty, you don't want nothing too.
Maybe these artists didn't care as much about having crazy bars or intricate lyrics, but they weren't always mumbling. God, I always hated that term. By 2017, SoundCloud rap...
I hated that term as well because, like I said, Lil Yachty can rap. Lil Uzi can rap. Like, they all have bars. It's just the delivery. Y'all didn't like the delivery. That's the thing. Like, even when I listen to Drain Gang and Haunted Mountain and all these other people that I'm listening to now that I wasn't listening to back then, like, a lot of people just don't like the delivery. And you, like, and the reason why most people don't like the delivery is because they didn't do the history. They peaked at Nas and Biggie Smalls and like Tupac as like their underground rappers. Just like how people peaked in thinking that like Lil Yachty or Lil Uzi or Playboy Cardi or whoever is there, like, you know, underground. And like people don't like, I swear it's like as if Raider Clan and all these other people didn't exist, you know, in the space of bars and things like that. Like they can all rap. It's just the delivery. Now Lil Pump, like, all right, we gonna, like, you know, that's just fun rap. I look at that as fun rap, you know what I'm saying? And a couple other rappers, I look at that as like fun rap, you know. They may not be rapping their ass off, but like they like it, you know. I can't knock what they doing. It's good to a certain extent, but a lot of people just don't like the delivery. And the fact that like they don't do their research on the forefathers of the underground, like with like the SoundCloud underground, you know, because there's different levels to underground, you know what I'm saying? There's like battle rap culture and things like that, and like those, and then those people that are like underground, like for real, like they didn't even post their music on SoundCloud. They still handing out CDs still to this day. Like we gonna like that's like, you know, like different levels of underground right there. But like people just didn't like the delivery. People don't like the delivery most of the time, and they want them to deliver it like a J. Cole or whatever they deem as like a Logic or like Eminem, and like there's like so many clones of like a J. Cole or an Eminem or whoever or a Kendrick Lamar, and like they all sound the same too. So like what are we doing? Like they don't sound no different. They don't bring nothing different to the table. They just sound like their favorite rappers.
Had already peaked, and many of the artists are mainstream. Kodak, 21, X, Lil Yachty, Uzi, Playboy Cardi, and many others are now signed with major labels. There was still great SoundCloud music being put out.
Some of them already been signed to major labels.
2017, don't get me wrong, but at this point it's hard to consider them SoundCloud rappers when they are doing their releases through major labels. Plus, SoundCloud is getting absolutely flooded with nonsense. Every teenager that has a laptop and a USB microphone were trying to recreate Lil Pump's music because they thought if he can say Gucci Gang in the mic a million times, then I can too. Labels were paying attention to anyone who had one semi-viral song on there and try to capitalize on the movement. There were still a few artists that were gems in there though. It was in 2017 where the early works of Juicewrld, Lil Skies, and Snot were starting to get recognition, who in my opinion were on the tail end of the SoundCloud era. It was also in 2017 where we saw the rise of Lyrical Lemonade. Cole Bennett was providing cutting-edge visuals to his favorite SoundCloud rappers' music. Now SoundCloud rap was taking over YouTube. Lil Pump, Lil Xan, Ski Mask, Trippie Redd, Lil Sky's music videos were going viral on YouTube. Cole Bennett was providing better and more interesting visuals than most music industry professionals, and he was doing it for non-mainstream artists. I personally believe Cole's visuals helped people maintain interest in the SoundCloud scene for the next few years while it was dying out. At one point, a Cole Bennett video could make you a career. Shit, it might still even be like that. Image and fashion became synonymous with SoundCloud rappers. Instagram was growing at an incredible rate and was transforming into a place where people just post pictures of themselves instead of, well, other stuff. Instagram became the new popular way for artists to connect directly with their fans, and it is still today probably the #1 social media for artists. But it was also becoming the #1 app for your sister and the popular kids at school to post selfies and gain followers. So artists having a high engagement and interest allowed them to reach a more mainstream fan base again, without a major label. Image has always been a part of being an artist, but now Instagram likes, comments, and overall engagement was becoming a way for us to judge how popular or relevant an artist was without even hearing their music. This led to artists growing fan bases on Instagram who had the image down but not the musical talent to back it up. Hair was getting more color.
That's facts. That's super facts. Like, and then Instagram became like a new way to, like, you know, create beef and stuff like that. Also crazy that he didn't mention Stink Team. He didn't mention Shoreline Mafia. He didn't mention like none of like the California underground scene or the. Hopefully he gets to it. Let me see. Does he? I'm looking. Yeah, R.I.P. Lil. Yeah, R.I.P. Juicewrld and shit like that. But yeah, he don't mention none of the California underground. Like, that's crazy because the California underground got the hardest underground scene out of all these people in Detroit. They got the hardest underground out of all of them, out of all the scenes. California got the best. And I can't even name a rapper on this list. All right, look, I know I said JK the Reaper was the best out of this SoundCloud little group right here, but like, I can't even name a rapper better than Draco. That's facts. I can't name a rapper better than Draco that beat that beat life twice. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's real underground. Walk around with a chopper on Melrose, bro. Neiman Marcus, bro, with the blick on him. You know what I'm saying? On some crazy shit.
Colorful, face tats were getting more ridiculous, and it was almost like whoever looked the craziest got the most attention, which was oversaturating the market and making it hard for real talent to shine through, and making it harder for the mainstream to take it seriously. SoundCloud rap always kind of had a negative connotation amongst mainstream media, and even from YouTubers and other video creators. They were an easy punching bag. Shit, I even did it. I think the old heads really did a good job pushing their hate agenda, because if you look up SoundCloud rapper, most of the results will be negative or satirical. There was a time where simply drawing on your face with a Sharpie and yelling simple ad-libs into a camera was a viral video. How to be a SoundCloud rapper was probably the most recreated video of 2017-2018. People who were negative towards SoundCloud rappers were definitely overreacting. We got a ton of awesome melodic rap artists out of that era. However, Lil Pump, Lil Xan.
Yeah, I hate that people memed being a SoundCloud rapper and stuff like that, which I feel like that's like, I blame it on content creators and stuff looking for clout. And like, hopefully they all died out. I hope their channels failed. I hope they don't even like. I hope they're not making a single penny right now. Like, really, like they help with the death of SoundCloud as well, and like the underground scene. And we got to bring it back, man. We got to bring the underground back strong, bro. Like, I'm not playing, bro. Like, I'm not doing no, like, when I do my music reviews and reactions and stuff like that, it's no more, is this fire or is this nothing, bro? Because like back then, bro, like a lot of people didn't like what these people was making, including Raider Clan, including Odd Future Wolfgang. They waited till it got popular, bro. Like, I'm into the feeling. Like, when I listen to Odd Future and stuff like that, when it was first coming out, bro, like people was calling me the people that was calling me an atheist or devil worshiper, as soon as Odd Future got popular, they all was dressing like Tyler the Creator and dick sucking, bro. Like, that's facts, bro. Like, same with any other SoundCloud rapper that like I was like, you know, fans of, and everybody was like, oh, these people was trash. But I remember when people were saying Cardi was, bro, people was telling me that Cardi was trash at one point, and now everybody dancing like Cardi, shaking their hips and like thinking they like doing all that other, like, bro, like we gotta stop the whole popularity contest thing. And like, I want to bring it back to, what does this music make me feel? You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to bring back the feeling in music, bro, and not like, is this popular or not, bro? It's lame, bro. It's lame. It's dead. It's like, I'm tired of hearing like what's popular and what's not popular. How does this music make you feel? How does it make you feel? Does it make you feel something? At the end of the day.
Band 6ix9ine, Icy Narco, Kid Buu, Skinny from the Nine. I mean, yeah, a lot of bad or mediocre artists got popular, but to even put them in the same category is disrespectful. That's like me saying Vanilla Ice, Marky Mark, and Silk the Shocker are what represent 90s rap. The deaths of multiple popular SoundCloud rappers did not help the wave either. Lil Peep was one of the earlier artists to see massive success from the site, but his death came just before he got mainstream attention. He was one of the first artists that I had ever seen go super viral because of their death. His fame 10x'd overnight. Just 7 months later, XXXtentacion passed away. X was much more famous than Peep when he passed. His death, being gunned down.
It's hard to say. I was more of a Peep fan. Like, I was an X fan. I actually, on my old, well, I got access back to it now. I even have DMs that I exchanged with X, and like, we exchanged numbers too, which is pretty dope. And I didn't know that X was gonna be who he was. When, you know, I didn't know that he was gonna be this, but I'm gonna say that I was a bigger Lil Peep fan. And you know, me and people mutuals and stuff like that, we had a mutual respect of like what we were doing in the underground. And I think, me personally, I think that Peep was the bigger artist, but if X was to go on longer, I think that X would have probably, you know, superseded what Lil Peep's going to do. I think Peep would have been big. 2023, let's say they're both alive. I'll say that X would probably be the bigger artist, but like from what it looked like to me, I thought that Peep was the bigger artist.
In his hometown, shocked the world. He got even more famous because of it. At that point, he easily was the poster child for SoundCloud rap. He represented what SoundCloud was, but still took it to mainstream heights. He was an internet-based punk who had a raw, in-your-face attitude with a soft side as well. He had the look, he had the drive, he was super talented and creative, and he connected with his fans the right way, through the internet, and he made sure that they knew that they weren't just a dollar sign. He was positive and showed love to almost anyone. His single Sad hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 the week after he died, making him the first rapper to do this since the Notorious B.I.G. in 1997. He was the 9th person to go #1 posthumously ever, and he was the 3rd most streamed artist of 2018. The two future superstars dying prematurely started the decline of SoundCloud rap in the main.
Around this time, when they both died, we saw record labels regurgitating, trying to recreate, trying to clone all these rappers that came before us, and that helped kill SoundCloud. That's what helped kill the underground, bro. Like, we gotta stop championing these clones that these labels are pushing out. I'd rather find someone that is in their home, you know, making music with a mic, and that's trying their best, and that's doing real live, you know, music shows and things like that, doing house shows and stuff. Like, I'd rather support that person than someone that came out of a music label and like somehow they become big because they're getting this media push and everyone likes them on TikTok, bro. Like, we gotta take it back, bro. We gotta bring it back to the roots so we can really have authentic rappers come up again. And also, he forgot to mention Corbin and he forgot to mention Bobby Raps. These are what bruh. But like he already said, people are gonna be mad that he didn't mention people. So I'm gonna mention them for y'all.
Stream. Juicewrld is the most famous artist to come from SoundCloud. He kind of was the last hope for the scene. X was the poster child, and when he passed, you had literally every kid in the world finding out about who he was and where he came from. Juice had already been generating some steam though. 1 month before X passed, Lucid Dreams by Juice had debuted #2 on the Billboard Hot 100.
I remember when I found out about Juicewrld, he had like 1,000 plays on Lucid Dreams. And then there was like a few other songs that I heard that didn't really have that many plays. Oh, that Stuck in a Dark Place. Like, literally, like, as soon as X and Peep died, like, I grieved and I was like sad as hell that, like, they both passed. And I was just like, all right, like, who's gonna carry the torch? Who's gonna carry this torch? And I was really like, you know, deep diving and digging and trying to like find, you know, who like I said, like, I still go on SoundCloud, I still go on YouTube, and I'm looking for, and I interview artists still. Like I said, go, like, if y'all on my YouTube channel, look at the artists that I interview. But I'm still searching for like that. All right, who's gonna carry the torch of the underground? Who's gonna do this? Who's gonna do that? And like, I want people to be underground and then grow and then go into mainstream. You know what I'm saying? I don't want an already signed artist to be underground and then go mainstream. I want someone that's authentically underground. I want them to grow and then go mainstream. I don't want it, you know, like this other way that we have nowadays. But let's keep it going.
The night X died, Juice was in the studio. He made a song called Legends, dedicated to the legacy of Lil Peep and X. He posted it the next day on SoundCloud. This song debuted at number 65 on the Billboard Hot 100. I know it was genuine, but he essentially gained a ton of new fans by making a song about the artist who just passed away. Juice and X were friends, and now all of the music fans were grieving X's death with Juice via his song Legends. His music was almost like healing power for the fans who loved X. Fans romanticized the idea of Juice being passed down the SoundCloud torch from X, and he continued to build his own legacy. He made a wildly successful career for himself. For the next year and a half, Juicewrld took emo rap to the mainstream. His hooks were infectious and lyrics were very simple and relatable. In 2018, I was more tapped into SoundCloud than I ever had been, and trust me when I say, everyone was trying to copy Juicewrld's sound. Look how popular the search Juicewrld type beat got as soon as he hit Billboard. In 2018, SoundCloud rap was still being clowned on by the old heads. Being a SoundCloud rapper was an insult for no good reason. Gimmicky type artist careers were going south, and emo rap wasn't the most refreshing or exciting genre in terms of the gatekeepers. The industry made it worse by trying to push these artists through their multi-million-dollar empires while disguising them as SoundCloud rappers. Most of SoundCloud became a place where young artists were trying to capitalize on an opportunity, trying to become famous.
Bro, how you a SoundCloud rapper with a music video that crazy with that kind of budget, bro? Like, y'all should be able to sniff it out, bro, but y'all don't because y'all don't do y'all research, bro, and it pisses me off, bro. Like, y'all be giving these people so much clout because they look the part or they look good or they look cute or whatever y'all think, bro, and it's our fault, bro. We dropped the ball, bro. We gave the power back to the record labels, bro,
rather than contributing to the culture. It was once a place to cultivate a community, collaborate and innovate against the industry standard, to go against the grain and build independence. By 2018, it morphed into a place where artists were posting their best replicated versions of popular songs in attempts to go viral. And obviously there are outliers. There are always going to be people creating a wave and doing something innovative on there. I spent a large part of my early career sifting through the weeds, trying to find dope songs and dope artists, and I found a lot of them. A lot of great artists that are still my friends to this day. But throughout 2019 and beyond, it became significantly harder to find a diamond in the rough. Plus, SoundCloud as a company failed to capitalize on their wave. The biggest reason is because they were fighting to try to become a profitable company since 2011. It was a free platform. They introduced a premium service for artists so they could upload much more audio. That didn't really help much. They had loads of copyright issues when major labels stepped in. Songs were getting removed for no good reason, popular accounts were getting banned, and artists were getting copyright strikes on their pages. Then they introduced a very complicated paywall system, SoundCloud Go, with 6 different tiers that were difficult to understand. They had half the amount of major mainstream releases than Spotify, so you couldn't listen to artists like Rihanna, Katy Perry, and the Beatles. A lot of those artists are on SoundCloud now, but by the time they had figured that out with major labels, it was past its peak. But the ultimate thing, above all else, is that SoundCloud was always looked at as a stepping stone, the beginning of a career. Something to move on from, not where careers prosper. And what the masses perceive is reality.
But that's how it should be, though. Like, I don't understand why SoundCloud even want. I understand money wise, but like they should have just probably had the paywall to upload more audio to their platform. And you know, why would you even care? Why would you even care? Nobody cares about the Beatles and Rihanna on SoundCloud. I want to hear DJ mixes. I want to hear underground artists. I don't care about nobody that's mainstream already. The goal of SoundCloud is to grow as an artist. People can discover you, make yourself, and the platform should make yourself like easily discoverable. You promote it, and then you become bigger in the underground. You become an underground champion. You sign to a label if you want to, and then you move on to bigger and better things. And then the cycle repeats itself. But now the cycle's not repeating itself. We got people that's already signed to these labels.
December 8th, 2019, at 3:15 a.m., the world lost a generational artist. 21-year-old Jared Higgins, aka Juicewrld, sadly passed away via overdose while getting off his private plane at Oaklawn Airport just outside of Chicago. And with his death, I believe that SoundCloud rap as a whole passed away with him. Now 3 iconic SoundCloud artists lost their lives too soon. Peep was just on the cusp of fame when he passed. X was about to hit his peak fame when he passed. And Juicewrld was peaking in his fame when he passed. There was nobody to pass the torch to this time. I mean, from 2019, you definitely had artists pop out from SoundCloud. Lil Tecca, Ian Dior, Snot,
These people were already signed to Lil Tecca. I think he was already signed to a label or already working with labels. I think he was already working with labels and stuff like that. He was already working with labels. I'm not sure if Snot was working with labels, but I did like Snot. But yeah, I don't count them as that.
Mosey, but SoundCloud at this point lost all of its community aspect. Kids were going on there and trying to get famous, trying to get signed. People weren't collaborating much. There wasn't much of a community anymore.
Bro, the community is dead because everyone wants to get signed to a label. Everybody wants the fame. Everybody wants the popularity. Like the sound, like the underground look of itself has been overran by people that just want to look cool and like dress up like motherfuckers in Drain Gang and shit, and like they just want to like, and they don't even really understand what with Drain Gang and Echo 2K and them were trying to accomplish. I don't even understand that, but I love their lyrics and stuff, and it's super self-reflective. You know, it's not like about showing off or being flashy and stuff like that, and people just like the aesthetic, but they're not really involved in the culture. Big word of the day, culture. Like, and that's the issue. We got so many people that invaded the space that aren't invaded with the culture, bro. People that go to that are quote unquote underground, they probably wouldn't even go to a Raider Clan concert, bro. They probably wouldn't even go to one.
It almost got too big. TikTok was emerging in popularity after Lil Nas X showed the world how to get a #1 song on the app. Now artists were heading over there looking for an opportunity. From 2020 until today, SoundCloud is still looked at as a place to start a career. Speaking just from the rap side only, the community aspect is pretty much gone. I can't speak for other genres and other communities, but not many underground shows with tons of emerging talent, not many collectives or groups creating waves, just a lot of individuals uploading their creations. It's not totally dead though. There's still millions of active users and tons of very talented artists on there, but the pop culture relevance of SoundCloud rap has dwindled to an all-time low. You have artists like Sofego, SSG Kobe, Yeet, Can, Summers, Autumn, Baby Santana, Young Chris, DC the Don, Midwest, and others that are still killing it on SoundCloud. But we can contribute a lot of their success to their songs going viral on TikTok.
And that's facts, and labels helping people. At the end of the day, bro. A lot of them won't tell you that they signed a DJ Academics will tell you, but a lot of them won't tell you that they signed the labels.
Most SoundCloud rappers today are getting popping on TikTok first. Remember when
with the help of labels,
being a SoundCloud rapper was considered a derogatory term, and really they were just artists using a free online.
Ooh, he got a picture of Mick Jenkins right there. Shout out Mick Jenkins, bro. Chicago legend, bro. With Save Money with Chance the Rapper, Vic Mensa, Alex Wiley. Man, we forgot a lot of people.
In service to grow a fan base? Well, a lot of artists in 2020 and 2021 used TikTok as a free online service to grow a fan base. But when they blow up, the gatekeepers of the underground call them TikTok rappers, devaluing their music because it got really popular on the app. So we see the cycle is about to repeat, creating this curse that artists have to face when they have a viral song on the app. Ultimately, SoundCloud rap changed rap music history. The only way we'll get anything like that again is if a group of really, really talented artists come together and build something genuine. Not for clout, not for money, just for the art and for the fans. But knowing how the internet works and how many more people are trying to become rappers, once people find out about a new way that artists are getting attention, it gets flooded and oversaturated so quickly that nobody else can benefit from it.
That's facts. All right, that's the end of the video right there. Like my whole entire thing is I definitely agree with that. I also think that a lot of people need to stop trying to get signed to labels. They need to stop worrying about clout. Yeah, do it for the love of the music. If you don't like music, don't get into it. If you want some money, bro, go get into something else, bro. Stay out of music, bro. Because if you don't love music and you just want to, and if you just want to do music to get some money, bro, stop it, because you're ruining everything about it. You're ruining everything, bro. And I can't wait till my channel get big enough, because I'm gonna get y'all out of here. That's facts. I'm getting y'all out of here, bro. I'm getting y'all out of here. That's on everything. We bring it back to underground, my platform, bro. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that. Like, is this song trash or not? Or boom, 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 boom. I care about the footwork. I care about how the music makes me feel. I care about like the emotional intelligence of it all and everything. If it like. Bro, like I said, bro, like y'all already know what's up, man. Shout out to the Scotty gang, shout out to the Scotty Army, bro. We going up, bro, for real, bro. Like we gonna get this cleaned up, bro. We gonna bring back the underground, bro, for real. But this is the Scotty Show. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank y'all. Peace out.
Hey. Okay. Hey.